Ni hao, this is Adam from Chinaberry, and today I'm going to show you how we teach Chinese characters or the Chinese written language at Chinaberry. It's very exciting. We use a lot of new research about the history, about the roots of the language in our teaching. It makes it a lot easier actually to learn the language, and it means for a lot less memorizing, a lot more fun and stories about the past, about the Chinese language. So let's start. The first one we're going to learn today is hao. Hao. That's a very simple, commonly used character. You might have heard it because when Chinese people greet each other, they say ni hao, ni hao. Hao on its own is a character. It has one syllable. It's pronounced hao. It means good on its own. So ni hao is you good. But anyway, hao. First, we're going to show what it looked like 5,000 years ago when it first came about. That was back when the ancients made Chinese characters. They didn't have a written language, and then they made these as their written language. Let's see, because the ancient one kind of looks similar to the modern one, and it will help us understand it. So here we go. That's it right there, and that's the modern one on the bottom of the screen. So you'll be able to see that it's evolved. It's quite interesting. Let's talk about the left-hand side. This is a woman, pronounced Ni. This part of the character is also a Chinese character on its own. You would see it on the women's toilets, written as it is below in the modern way. It means woman. And here it's depicted very simply with a few lines, because back then they were inscribing onto bones, so it couldn't be too complicated. And you can see at the bottom, the woman is kneeling. This is the way that women would have sat. It would have been appropriate to sit like this. It would have also suited the way they were dressed, because they were wearing kind of like a skirt. It wouldn't have been good if their knees weren't together like this. At the top we can see the woman's chest depicted. So these are two key elements that the ancients saw to be different from a man, that showed a woman. So anyone would have seen this and known that this was a woman. It's not the way we think now, but it's the way they thought. New, a woman. The other side, if we move across here, is zi. It's also a character on its own, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Zi means baby. So here we can see a baby with a big head, the head being bigger because babies' heads are bigger proportional to the body. The body is very simple, it's just a line, there's no legs because the baby would be wrapped up in a cloth. So this is very clearly a baby. Now the word hao means good, but we see that it's a woman and a baby. Why would that be? Why would a woman and a baby be good? I mean, surely there's lots of good things in this world, but why a woman and a baby? Well, back then the way that people thought was that here we see a woman, that's the mother, and the baby is the child. So a mother with her child was considered to be really good. But how's that? That's because this represented an addition to the family. A new baby has been born. There's a need for celebration. This is excellent because that means that our family is getting stronger. It means that there's more numbers. It means that we're going to be able to perform better in wars against other villages, against other families. We're going to be stronger, we're going to live on, we're going to live longer, so and so on and so forth. So this is hao, this means excellent, it means good. This is basically the way that we learn Chinese characters in Chinaberry. We learn the building blocks, where they come from. So this is two particles that make up this one character. This is the way they're written back in the ancient days. And down at the bottom of the screen you can see the way that they've evolved. This is the way that it's written now. So hao. In further videos we're going to talk about how this character is used in other characters. Chinaberry.org.uk. I hope to see you soon. 再见.